Hi friends, welcome to Grab and Grow is a Snap. Today we'll be taking a look at your kits to grow our own sugar snap peas. Let's start by emptying everything from inside. You should have a journal, a spray bottle, your lid and container, a stirring stick, 3 soil pods, and your seeds. You will also need some water. I find a measuring cup with a few cups of water in it works best. And if you have one handy, a food-grade container, which means it once held food, is a great thing to have to help us shake up our soil, but it's not necessary. If you have a plastic spoon handy, that's also great for moving the soil from one container to another. To assemble our Grab and Grow kit, we're going to follow the instructions on the first page of your journal. They're in both English and Spanish. We're not going to follow them exactly today, but for the most part. First, we're going to start with a surface that can get dirty or can be easily washed. And then we're going to grab our soil, container, lid, and water. Our lid is important to place underneath our container because there is a drainage hole in the bottom. This helps our roots so they don't get too wet. We're going to start by unwrapping our soil wafers. These soil wafers are soil that they have taken all of the water out of. So that's exactly what we're going to do next. Rehydrate our soil wafers. Then place your container on top of your lid to make sure that we don't spill water anywhere as we rehydrate our soil wafers. You're going to put one soil wafer into your container and then grab your water. For your water, we're going to put in a half cup for each wafer. One easy way to measure this is by filling your spray bottle because that is equal to about 1/2 cup. You'll see here that I accidentally left the paper inside of my tube. I would definitely take that out before adding this water. Speaking of adding water, we are going to slowly pour in a small amount of our water and watch as our soil wafer or pod sucks it up. Look at how fast it sucks up that water. So we'll add a little bit, wait a few moments for it to suck up the water, and then add a little bit more. We're going to continue adding our water until we've used up the entire half cup. This will be the same process for the last 2 soil wafers as well. We're going to do those in a separate container if you have one. However, you can just as easily do them in the Grab and Grow container. Let's speed things up a bit. Once you've added all your water, then we're going to take our stirring stick and break up any clumps and mix around our soil wafer to make sure that we can get water everywhere. You will see that the drainage hole is working, so we're definitely making sure to keep that lid on the bottom so we don't spill water everywhere. Continue mixing until everything is well mixed, and then we're going to do the same thing with the next 2 soil wafers. For the next 2 soil wafers, I'm going to show you how to do them in a separate food grade container. You could also still do them within your Grab and Grow container. So we're going to follow the same process. We're going to put in our soil wafer and then grab our water bottle to pour out 1/2 cup of water. We're going to follow the same process and slowly add the water as our soil wafer expands, and then mix it with our stirring stick. Once you're all finished rehydrating your soil, put the lid on your container because we're going to give it a shake. Now back to our Grab and Grow containers. If you use this to mix all of your soil, we're going to take our container and put the lid on the top and place our finger on the very bottom. You'll see we're still making a mess even though we're covering the hole, and then you can give it a shake. Here's a better shake for the whole container. Remember, hold the lid and the hole at the bottom and really give it a good shake to make sure that we've mixed up all of the water and soil. We're going to do the same thing with our other food grade container if you use that method, but this time we don't have to worry about the hole in the bottom, so make sure you give it a good shake. For our friends that use the 2-container method, go ahead and pour your soil into your Grab and Grow container. This is where the plastic spoon may also come in handy. Now you'll see how full our Grab and Grow container is once we've added in all of the rehydrated soil pods. So let's place our container on top of the lid to make sure that we don't drain any of our water or soil while we plant our snap peas. Your grow kit contains 3 sugar snap peas, so we need to make 3 holes in our soil for our peas. I'm going to use my stirring stick to make the 3 holes for our peas. I'm going to use the pointy end of the stick to make these holes and make them about 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep. I'm making mine on the edge of the container so that I can see the roots grow. Once you've made your holes, grab your sugar snap peas and place 1 in each hole. Once you've placed all 3 of your seeds into the soil, you can use your stirring stick to help you push the seeds down further if needed. Then, gently cover them up. Now, we're going to refill our spray bottle one more time, but this time we're actually going to use it as a spray bottle. This will be the last time watering our grow kit for today. Once it's filled, put the lid back on your spray bottle and give your peas 3 to 4 good sprays. Then we're going to put our lid back on the top. I'm removing all the extra water here so it doesn't spill. We'll keep the lid on our sugar snap peas for quite some time. We need to check it every 3 to 4 days to make sure that the soil inside stays moist. If it starts to get dry, then we'll spray it a few times with our spray bottle. Then place your grow kit near a sunny window. If you don't have a sunny window, place it near a lamp that is turned on for at least 4 to 6 hours a day. Don't forget to follow along in your journal. Your journal will let you write down what's happening from week to week and give you reminders to check on your plant and to make sure that it's watered well. You can draw pictures of your plant and graph the measurements as it grows. I'll be following up with you on your school's social media with more tips and the progress of my plant. I hope you share pictures of your plants as well. See you soon, friends!